The following episode of Spoilers for Days was released on the Great Mates Podcast on February 25th, 2019.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Welcome back to the summer season of the Great Mates Podcast. If this is your first time listening to us, we are just a bunch of young Australians who normally talk about our lives here in Australia, answer questions that you guys have that send them to us, or talk about pop culture and the internet. That is our regular season. In our summer season, we do things a little bit differently, has been. This summer season, we've done a Q&A mini-series called Let's Get Deeper, which you can go listen to, and other fun stuff like our New Year's episodes and Christmas specials. This is no different. You have stumbled into our next mini-series, as it were. We're calling it Spoilers for Days. So if you don't know what that means, is we're going to be talking at great length and in great detail about shows that we've watched. So if you haven't watched any of the shows that we're going to be talking about in this mini-series, listeners beware. I think that's the best.
It's in the title, guys. Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers for days.
Okay, like, if you haven't seen these shows, why are you here? Go watch the shows.
If you don't care about being spoiled, and that's fine. We don't mind. We just want the listens, really, more than anything. So for in this episode, I'm Josh, and I'm joined by Bin.
I'm Bin, and I'm currently debating if I should eat the second scroll.
Oh,
I'm gonna say
probably.
No. I'm gonna say that for tomorrow.
That's probably a good idea. So to kick this little mini series off, we are going to discuss something that was released on Netflix early in 2019 called Sex Education.
Oh, yes. Buddy.
Yes. Oh, there's so much to talk about. So the plan here is Ben and I will be splitting our thoughts on Sex Education into two parts. The first part, we're probably just going to discuss how we found the show and our thoughts before we got into binging all 8 episodes on Netflix.
I practically binged it in one day.
Yeah. Look, I think I think I did too. But yeah, apart from doing our general thoughts, we will do a little bit of a breakdown for episodes 1 to 4, and then we'll come back in part 2 doing episodes 5 to 8. And seeing as we now know that Sex Education has been renewed for a second season, maybe do a little bit of predicting for what might come. So yeah, Bin, how did you find Sex Education, and what were your general thoughts about it?
I fucking loved it. It's just such a fucking great show. I can't even. It's a beautiful show. It is genuinely funny, but it has a lot of okay. To put it simply, it appeals to my romantic trash side of myself, but it also appeals to the kind of weird drama sense, and also and obviously the comedies, that's fucking that's amazing. The comedy in this is actually great. Because most of it does revolve around sex. But hey, look, just because I have a shitty sense of humor doesn't mean I can't. Whatever. Look, no, but I genuinely found it really compelling. There were some really strong emotional beats throughout the whole season that really just hit you in the gut. I think I cried. How many times did I cry? I cried. I didn't cry at the start, actually. I cried 3 times, I think. 3 times spread out through 4 or 5 different episodes. Not
Okay.
4. Less than 4. It's like
Okay.
2 episodes spread out between. Yeah, anyway, I cried 3 times. And yeah, and then the visuals and the soundtrack, so beautiful. It's just like, it's weird because like when I started watching the show, I thought it was set in like the 70s or 80s, and like because like the color palette, the way like everything was a little bit, what's the word? Like kind of faded. You know what I mean? There's that like it's that weird vintage filter, almost, and like and like the music and everything, it was like all like ripped out of the 70s and 80s and I think 60s as well. Like some of them. Anyway, it was just, and I didn't realize it was set in modern times until they brought out their fucking iPhones. I was like, that's fucking, it's modern day. Oh, okay.
You didn't realize this is the thing, right? When I think you DM'd it to us on group chat.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing about thing. So I took a look at it, and yeah, it has this very interesting 80s revival plus like a visco filter applied to it. There's this very pink filter that's applied to it.
Oh, actually, I had a Twitter thread that I posted a while back that I discussed this. I said something along the lines of I'm not going to be able to find it. I said something along the lines of that it's whether on purpose or not, whoever made the decision to do the visco stuff is a fucking genius, because it kind of harkens back to the golden age of porn, which is weird to say, but like it kind of does make sense thematically for the show. Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah. Definitely. And it has this and I guess because that filter, when you apply it to it, makes all the costume choices stand out a lot more.
Oh my god, yes, dude.
Particularly for certain characters.
Freaking Otis's jacket. Oh man, I love that fucking. I want that jacket so bad.
Oh boy. But yeah, I think the only thing that really caught me out was because it is set in the UK. The fact that they and I can understand why they chose to let them wear free dress at the school, is to sort of give everyone their own personality through clothing.
Yeah, I was a bit taken aback. I thought it was like, it's a British show, but they're wearing free dress.
American, and it's a very Americanized
school.
With the logo put me off as well.
I was really confused by it. Like
that was
one thing. I was like, why are they wearing free dress in a common like in a Commonwealth country? Like generally, Britain, Australia. I don't know about Canada, but most of us we wear uniforms to school, whether it be public or private. So, I mean, it's possible. I know there are some schools here that do free dress. I know a lot of it could have been one of those independent public schools. I know that the high school next to my university, that's owned by my university, is free dress. I know that. Like I go every time I walk past it, the kids are just wearing whatever.
Oh yeah, but I think our classic interpretation of what a British school would look like is kids in uniforms. Yep. So yeah, that sort of put me off at the beginning. But I think
it makes sense though. Like as you said, it gives each character a sense of character, and it gives them like personality and flair.
You're able to see it. It's a visual indicator of what their personality is. Yeah,
that's what I just love. Like everything, like this show visually is just amazing. Like,
oh yes, like, I can wholeheartedly agree.
Actually, I'm gonna look up the DP. Who was the fucking cinematographer and the editor too? Editors would probably be, oh man, Steve Aykroyd. I don't know who that is. Oh, they don't have the cinematography. Ollie Russell and Jamie Cunt. I'm gonna look them up right now to find out who these motherfuckers are. But no, I think visually this whole show is just so good. It's just Like visually, it's just like it's very engaging for me. I don't know. Like, I mean, you know, different strokes for different folks, but yeah. Anyway,
so what we'll do now is we'll probably break, as I said in the beginning, we're going to break the full series into 2 parts. So, episodes 1 to 4.
Let's go.
This is, there is a lot that has to happen, I think, in these first 4 episodes. So, and I think because we were discussing this after we both binged it, we'll get into the whole thing, the climax at the end, I think. But did you guess what would happen to Adam, who's the school bully, his storyline
by the end of it? Okay, I made a wild assumption at the start that that he would end, his arc would end somewhere near that.
Yep. And I mean,
I didn't expect.
We'll spoil it anyway because it's fun.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Yeah.
This miniseries, after all, is called Spoilers for Days.
I wasn't like. I didn't predict that him and Eric, they would have that scene together. But I did predict that, Adam was probably gay. Like he was probably a closet gay. Because I don't know. There was something, I don't know. I can't remember. There was a line of dialogue that someone said, and then I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then, and then then I watched the rest of the show and I completely forgot about that. I had made that prediction until that scene happens. I was like, oh, I was right.
Oh dear. I think I had an inkling that was probably what was going to happen, especially like in the first scene. It's like, if you can't ejaculate, then there's only really one of 2 ways you can go. Like, yeah, I was like, you can really go down. It's like, is a biological problem in terms of being unable to, or is there something
else
repressed
else going on?
And let's go down the repressed route. Oh,
to be fair though, he does end up ejaculating by the end of that episode. So I don't know why it feels so uncomfortable. But but like I think it's But
I think
what if he's bi? Like, no, I think
oh, good question.
I mean, it's possible. We don't really.
I mean, we don't really know, because it could just be. Yeah. It could just be. Amy may not be the girl that does it for him, but I doubt that.
Because he has a complex. I don't know what kind of complex he has, but he has a complex where, maybe you can help me out here, Josh. Where he obviously doesn't want to feel inferior to people, because he already feels that with when he's at home with his dad, right? He feels like he's not worthy, kind of thing. Yeah,
I don't think it's complex. I think, as of course many people will know, I have some psych background, so this is your very mandatory psych for shits and gigs warning.
This is not that serious, guys. Come on.
No, this is not that serious, but there is a lot to unpack.
That analysis.
With Adam, I think it's not a complex. I think it's more that because he's bullied at school and at home by his dad, who is the headmaster of the school.
Yeah. Kind of scary.
Let's talk about that. That is ethically questionable.
That is really sad. I mean, I've had friends whose parents were like the principal or like the like a teacher at the school or something, but it's never been a situation where the head, like their parent, is a dick. Or
but I think that stems from like a
keeping appearances kind of thing.
No, not that. I think it's more of a systemic thing. It's like where his dad was probably
Yeah, oh, yeah,
abused
probably.
or
Yeah.
was bullied by his own father.
Abuse breeds
So
abuse, so
yeah,
violence
that
breeds
cyclical
violence.
thing.
Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, and it's just manifesting for Adam. It manifests
By bullying
in
Eric.
him becoming a bully himself. So, but in terms of sexually, unsure. I don't know what.
I mean,
I think
it's possible Adam is actually gay, and he was probably just fucking other girls to like keep up appearances. I don't know. Because he didn't want to be bullied for being gay, but they're like two openly gay people in his school. So that.
But they were both.
Okay, but
not white.
That's true.
So that would make them even more of a minority, as it were.
Yeah, but I still feel like if there are two people that are openly that are out in, I mean, at least in the school term, I don't think what's his name,
which one?
The curry. Sorry,
Anwar.
Yeah, that's right. He wasn't out to his mum or his parents, but he was out at school, and Eric I think was just openly out. So. Like, obviously, Eric gets bullied by Adam, so, like, I can't really say, no, like, neither of them get bullied, but I feel like if Adam had been out, I don't think Eric would have been bullied.
I don't think so, but I think he is the product of toxic masculinity.
Oh, man, dude, okay, just real quick, guys.
Yes.
So, generally, obviously, the three main characters, as we would put it, Otis, Maeve, and Eric. Yep. But obviously, like, it becomes quite clear that Adam is the fourth main character. Like by episode 2, honestly. By episode 2. Because he gets a lot of screen, like, he gets a lot more screen time than I thought he would.
Unusually more.
Yeah. Like, I was like, I thought it was just like... Because it's... Okay, here's the thing. It's kind of... Now that I think about it, it's almost like a case of the week kind of show, if you think about it, because each episode is a different case, right? Each
episode has a different client,
so like it's but anyway, anyway, point being, it's quite clear that Adam is, and his arc is also, it's extremely important to the plot of the first season. Anyway,
definitely. Anyway, I guess we've been talking about episode 1 for a bit, but it's really important, I guess, because it sets up the rest of.
We literally haven't even talked about Otis or Maeve yet.
No, we haven't. We just went through, straight to Adam and his very impressive penis.
Oh my god! When the shot from behind was just
the cafeteria shot was like, Jesus Christ!
Oh my god! Fucking hell, dude. What did he say?
It's
my penis and I'm gonna own or some shit like fucking.
Because the problem is Otis empowered him.
You gotta be empowered.
You gotta be empowered by the fact that you have a very impressive penis. Good lord.
I think I watched it like 2 days after it came. Dude, okay, not to date this podcast or anything, but we're recording this like a month after like a literal month after it came out. That's insane. Talk about coincidence.
Talk about coincidence. But yeah. I guess. Thoughts on
Otis?
Yeah.
I really. Here's the thing. I've only seen it once. When I watched it first, like when I watched it through, I related a lot to Otis's character, like a lot, insanely, like a lot. But I cared more about Eric's story than I did about Otis and Maeve, because I don't know.
Fair enough.
Because I don't know. I guess his story had there's just more to tell, I feel like, from Eric's perspective than, like, because Otis, like, like, no offense to to straight white romance, but like that story's been told 1,000 times.
And I think that
especially the nerdy kid that doesn't know how to have sex, like who's a virgin, like that's been told so much. But that's not to say that his story isn't boring, because Otis's story is actually quite interesting.
Otis's story is very interesting, and
man, his whole thing about like sexuality, like not sexuality. His whole thing about like
when we
sex,
get to part 2, oh boy,
his whole thing about sex and like he's very uncomfortable around. Like he can't even jerk off. Like, which I know, like it sounds. Oh, how do I say this? It sounds like weird in general to say he can't jerk off, but like.
But if you get the context,
if you're a straight, or even if you are sexually attracted to people in general, right? You will generally, especially as a teenager, you'll probably masturbate at some point, right? Like I know
that's true.
I know so many women now, like even women, now that like I was like, oh, like. Girls don't masturbate. Like there was that whole, but that's been smashed for me because there are so many people, like just like men, women, like other, like just masturbation is a normal thing now, right? So it's, I mean, it's good to see that it's being normalized. Weirdly, but it's weirdly, no, but it's just this whole thing, like his inability, and he finds it weird. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
I think
It is. I think in the beginning you think it's a bit laughable, but once you find out
why,
we'll discuss this at length in part 2 of this.
Once you find out why,
once you find out,
very
it is
sad.
It is terrifying.
God,
and you really do feel sorry for him.
Yeah, it's man. That scene with him and Lily. Oh. Fuck me up, man. Fuck me up.
Oh my god.
Poor Lily too, like honestly.
Oh yeah.
She's a horny dog, dude. God. It's insane. Hashtag Tentai.
Oh
anyway.
Boy. Hashtag. Anyway. Who else is there that we need to talk about?
Oh, Maeve, of course.
Maeve, obviously. But we don't really get to know her.
Yeah, she's kind of this mysterious, cool kid who's like...
The mysterious, rebel.
Yeah, a rebel.
Rebel who is surprisingly
everyone
smart.
says that she fucks everyone, but I don't think she does.
Yeah. She's got a label attached to her. And yeah, that's all we get from episode 1.
Actually, to be fair, her whole story is also fairly tragic. Like
okay, like it is. These characters are all tragic in one way or another.
I feel like where her arc ends this season is the most tragic out of all of them, because at least Eric kind of finds himself by the end. He knows who he is. Otis is starting to accept what's the word? Sexual activity. But Eric's is pretty tragic. Not Eric, sorry. Adams is pretty tragic too, I guess, because he gets sent off to a state school. But Maeve just sucks. Like,
I think
I'll discuss this at length, like in episode 8. But it sucks. Like it just sucks for her, man. I was like, damn.
Her romantic plotline and Otis's romantic plotline swapped.
Yeah,
basically.
And her just fucking everything for it just went down the shitter for her, man. It was so bad.
Yep.
Oh, when we get to her brother, man, fuck, dude, I'm gonna go off.
Ooh,
man. I'm gonna go off.
We're gonna. And the last real major character we should probably touch on is Jean, Otis's mum.
Oh my god, I have issues with her as well.
Oh, don't worry. I think we have the same issues.
She reminds me. She reminds me of my mum, which is weird because they're completely opposite, personality-wise, but they're just both extremely overbearing, and it's painful. It's painful.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
But yeah, she's the sex therapist.
Yep.
As Otis, oh well, no, not Otis, as Adam explains, tries to make people bone better.
Yes,
I think
tries to make. Yeah. Oh my god!
Help people bone better.
People bone better. Yeah, it's fucking Adam, and he's just.
Adam is.
How is he that
is
dumb?
Very
though?
smart,
like,
but
how
how
is he that dumb?
Product of toxic masculinity. Unfortunately, that is the answer that I'm giving you.
Oh man, it's so sad. Oh, sorry.
It is terribly sad. I think the weirdest bit about episode 1 is the fact that he downed 3 Viagra.
That was fucking hilarious.
Then leads to the
Holy shit.
which leads to the basically 4-hour boner.
I actually cried laughing. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh, that
The,
bit
when
is
it's like,
just
it's like on his crotch, and it's like, oh,
and it's like, you can tell how big it is. It's like, Jesus.
it's like it hurts. Fuck, dude.
Oh no shit, mate.
I died, man. I was like, fuck, dude.
Oh no. Otis screaming
Oh my god.
when he opens the door and runs into the other cubicle. Oh my god.
Fucking Otis, man. Dude, that's such a great scene. Also, Viagra doesn't make you horny. It just makes your dick stand. Like, that's all it does.
It's not that.
It's a blood pressure. It was originally for blood pressure, right? Like,
yes.
but now it's used to treat erectile dysfunction.
Oh no, actually it's the other way
Is
around.
it? Oh.
It was made for erectile dysfunction,
Now
but then they found out
now they use it for blood pressure.
it's used as a vasoconstrictor. I can't remember which one.
There you go.
But yeah, they use it for like
But it doesn't make you horny though.
No.
Which I feel like it would be the key to ejaculation. Anyway, sorry.
And stimulation, more or less.
Well, yeah. I mean, you gotta be in it. You know what I mean?
You gotta be in it to win it.
Yeah. I mean, hey, dude, if you're not,
if you're not in it, you can't win.
Guys, here's a lesson about consent, right? If you're both not enthusiastic about it, why are you doing it, guys? It's just not.
What is your motivation?
What is your motivation? To make babies? That's sad. Okay, I'm an antenatal. No, I'm not.
Oh boy.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Let's not.
No, but seriously, like, I think. Oh, no, but you both got to be enthusiastic about it, honestly.
And you both got to firstly, obviously, say yes.
I mean, okay, technical consent ain't good enough, guys. It's gotta be enthusiastic. Anyway. Let's move on.
Good lord. Okay, let's move on. After episode 1, Otis and Maeve decide Maeve really proposes to Otis that they should start some sort of sex therapy thing at school, where Otis will do the therapy, Mavis gets the money, they'll probably split it 60-40, 70-30, who knows. Can I just say the cold open to the second episode, is that the one in the dark?
Yes. Yeah, because it's at the party, yeah? Yeah, it's the one that's in the, where they're like,
the boy and the girl in the dark.
They're about to have sex, and
they fall over. They fall off the bed.
Yeah, because they can't see each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we'll get to those clients in the end.
That was actually, man.
That one was a very sweet episode.
I honestly love how it's a case a week episode, like client a week episode.
Oh
man,
it is a very nice way to sort of, I guess, focus on one part of what constitutes a romantic relationship.
Yeah,
or a sexual relationship. If you focus on one client a week.
Yeah. It's so, and it's like shows like different aspects of what could be wrong. Just man, I really need to rewatch this. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I got all the time tomorrow. Parents will be at work.
Ah, I see. So yeah, this is also the party episode, and let's be honest, this is probably the first like very posh house party I've seen on a Netflix show.
Really?
Especially in an English, I mean, I guess in an English context, because
that's sure.
there's American house parties. We know.
Yeah,
what
now
that
that I
looks
think
like.
about it, it is very. Wow, it's very American. Hey, the show is very American.
It is. You can tell it's made by Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. 'Cause
There's that Netflix. There's that Netflix flavor of like something's not quite right in this setting. But we'll go with it anyway.
Can we just say, I can't remember who says it, but someone calls Eric a traffic cone, and I fucking laughed, like spat my traffic cone.
Oh, you know who I think that was? I think that was
my
Anwar.
God.
Obviously,
fucking
sassy
great.
gay boy.
God, it was fucking great. I was like,
Oh,
I died.
You look like a traffic cone. And then Otis, like before they go to the party, Otis says to Eric, "It's like you look like a Satsuma, like a Mandarin." I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my god. Fuck, man, this.
But orange is his color.
Yeah, I mean, it suits him. I can't like deny that.
It does. I can't, I can't be
but
mad
I
at
still
that.
wouldn't be monochrome.
Oh yeah, maybe have like a little bit more.
Yeah. At least two-tone, like, come on.
At least.
Says me, the guy who like knows nothing about fashion. Look, I like hoodies and I like just pants. I wear
Good
plain
lord.
color shirts,
Mm-hmm.
grey shirts.
Oh my god.
God, fucking Amy.
I love Amy.
She's
Even though
I didn't like her at the start.
she's
I didn't like her at the start. I think I liked her at the end. Like
towards the end.
That's when I was like, oh, okay, she's at least now like she's,
Because yeah.
I
From the get go, you think she's just
yeah,
this
like a ditzy
walkover,
yeah. Not ditzy, she's not
passive.
that dumb, is she?
No, she's not. No,
like
I think it's
average.
just because she's very
Yeah.
passive.
Mm.
She becomes the walkover,
Yeah.
especially in her circle of friends.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, man,
But she is great comedic
yeah, she's funny.
fodder.
She's very funny.
Oh my god!
All the people she dates, except for the last guy. But even the last guy,
The last guy was very attractive.
what's his name? Top Heavy Steve or some shit like.
Top heavy.
Because he was like, he had
Jesus.
like a really great upper body.
He
but
was- he was a-
he couldn't do his legs or
He
some shit.
no leg day.
No leg day.
What is leg day? The man has no leg day. But good lord,
He was no. I would admit he was pretty attractive, man. Most of the
a fair bunch of the guys that get a lot of screen time are very
yes,
pretty.
very pretty. Man, hold on.
Yes.
Can I just say Jackson's eyes? Oh my fucking god! Holy shit! Like that's some intense shit, dude. Holy crap! What's his name? I'm gonna find the actor because like, dude, fucking every time he's on screen, I just couldn't stop staring at his eyes because he just has amazing eyes. Is that weird? I feel like that's weird.
I think it's because you're straight. You might have that sort of reaction.
What do you mean?
The feeling weird about looking into his eyes.
Oh, God. Hold on. That's not a good photo. Hold on. I'm trying to find a photo of his eyes.
Good lord.
No, I don't know. I find his eyes very just attractive. It's weird. To be fair though, I am a fan of eyes. I am a fan of light colored eyes, and I think the way the scenes are shot, I think that's probably what's making his eyes kind of illuminate that way. But
I think it's the lighting
yeah,
as well.
but oh man, they did some quality work on the fucking lighting then. Because damn, hypnotic eyes, man. Not even gonna lie, just straight up.
God bless. Okay. This is the episode, the banana episode.
Oh my god, yes.
I'm gonna nickname this the banana episode because, banana na na na.
Oh wait, he technically has two clients this episode, doesn't he?
Technically,
Because it's what was it? Fuck, I keep forgetting their names.
Because it's the people in the beginning.
Yeah, the people in the
So
beginning.
in the cold open, usually that's who the client is.
But what's her face?
Which one?
What's her face? What's her name? Hold on, I'm trying to find it now. She's one of the. Again, it's gonna sound really racist.
Great.
The other the girl, the Desi girl.
Olivia?
Is it Olivia?
You mean in Amy's group of friends?
in the Untouchables.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Olivia.
So she comes to... Oh my god. Sorry. So...
You can't say it?
Oh. Wow, okay, so I found her very unattractive on the show, but now looking at her IMDb and her, like, actual headshots, damn, son. Damn, like, honestly, damn. Holy shit. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. No, what was I saying? Fuck.
Gag reflex.
Yes. Fuck.
I was wondering which one you were going to say. Were you going to try and say sucking dick or gag reflex? Which one was it?
I mean both. I love that scene. I actually love that scene when Eric's like showing them how to suck dick.
Oh god!
she like
Using
she like
bananas.
sucks it into her and she pukes, and then then the other girl pukes.
It's a chain. It's a chain reaction.
So great.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! I was like,
I love how who is the other untouchable? Ruby.
Yeah.
Ruby. You know how she goes all in, and then Eric tells her, "No, don't. Just the tip."
Just the tip. Fucking do it.
Oh my god!
The show is a
Oh,
gold
dear.
mine, and that's fucking hilarious.
It is great. It's like, oh dear.
I just realized the name of the school too is very American.
Moordale.
Yeah. It doesn't sound British at all.
Yeah.
Kind
Kind
of. A little
of.
bit, but it sounds more American.
You won't find a Riverdale in the UK, that's for sure.
You won't. Or you won't find a
No.
Greendale Community College.
No. But you will find a
That's a
Moordale.
Dan Harmon reference. That's a community reference.
Oh dear.
Rest in peace. Anyway, 6 seasons in a movie. So no, that scene was great.
So
That
and oh my goodness. And the fact that Adam gets
he
in
fucking breaks. I like
with June's help.
Amy's like getting everyone inside. You can
Get
it's
it.
like,
You can smoke in the
inside.
living room. Oh my
Oh,
god.
fucking great.
But the thing, like, and in this episode, you figure out how attached Jean is to Otis.
Yeah, she like.
You figure out she has some kind of weird relationship with her son.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it makes sense though after what happens. I don't know why we like. Do we want to like?
Yeah, I mean, again, spoilers for days. We
Okay,
can
so,
spoil
like-
it, but we'll talk about it in greater
Yeah.
depth.
So
on the
obviously,
next
when it gets revealed that, I mean, it's pretty obvious that she's a single mom, and she's. I think it's stated in the first or second episode that she's divorced from. It's pretty early on. You find out early on.
I don't think she's. Oh, I think she is
Yeah, she's divorced.
I can't
I'm pretty
remember.
sure they're divorced.
Yeah, but for some reason she still kept the married name.
Yeah, she did. I think so. I think because it was easy. Because she probably published as under the because that would make sense. Because she was
Yeah.
They published the book together. Remember, so it'd
Yes.
be easier for her to keep her last name.
Although that is problematic
It is sad.
in itself.
Another
oh boy.
life tip: if you're gonna if you, in all honesty, if you're going to, publish works and stuff, use your maiden name. Like, dear God, please, or use an alias of some kind, because that shit gets tricky, especially when you marry and like.
Yeah.
Because I know a lady and this works well for her. I know a lady at work, not at work, sorry, fucking at during high school. What the fuck, man?
Mm-hmm.
My careers advisor. She at work she uses her maiden name, but like legally she's she has taken the name of her husband and stuff. So like it's weird, but like it makes sense to me because at least in a business sense. If anything were to happen to your marriage, you're still okay. You know what I mean? Because you've been publishing under your maiden name for so long that you can just continue on, and it won't be a big hassle because people will still recognize your name.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why I say use an alias or use your maiden name, guys. Anyway,
But yeah. Anyway,
but I'm pretty sure it gets stated that she's married to... Oh, no, she's divorced. I'm pretty sure it gets stated she's divorced.
She's divorced.
In episode 1 or something like that.
Mm.
And so when she finds out...
Yeah.
When like the reason for their divorce is Otis discovers something, and that's something that we'll just get into it later. But yeah, like I don't even know the point of what I was fucking saying now. Jesus Christ, Ben.
Attachment.
Yes, yeah, no. So I mean, it makes sense to me because she like he's like the
Otis is the only child
from that marriage, and like.
From any relationship, I would assume.
Yeah, that's true. And I guess, yeah. Oh, yeah, hold on. Can we just quick, like, side note. Jean gets it, man. Like, holy fuck. like that that first episode, she goes to, like, 3 guys? Like, man, it's insane.
2. 3?
2 or 3. She goes through 2 or 3. A couple.
Plenty.
She gets it, man. It's insane. But it's also kind of hard for Otis because he's like really averse to
it. And it's also very unethical. We'll get to that in a bit.
Are they patients?
Oh dear.
Oh,
some of them are.
Are they?
I believe.
I don't think she has sex with any of her clients. That's a different person we're talking about.
Oh. I mean, anyway, we'll get to that. But even then, it's still questionable.
Yeah, it's sad for Otis because he has to hear that shit because the walls are pretty thin.
Yeah.
Praise Swedish Carpenter for the deadlock, man.
Oh my god. We'll get to Swedish Carpenter, plumber in a bit.
Oh my god.
Good lord.
Oh wait, what? Wait, what?
Oh
no, don't worry. Forget I say anything. Sorry,
okay.
I'm just reading.
I was like, where are we going with this? The fact that Adam, right, when he finally gets into the house, uses the urn to what was he trying to do? Oh, because he was getting back at Amy for finding a new guy.
No, he was trying to find out.
No?
He was trying to find out why, because he says he deserves closure, and he didn't. She just broke up with him, and he didn't get an answer as to why.
Yeah.
And so she just wanted. To,
he
just quote unquote wanted to know. Although.
Okay, this is something I've just thought about. Adam is Jason Mendoza from Good Place. Basically, a lot more hornier, but just
I would say he's a mirror version of Jason.
Misdirected.
I feel like he's a mirror version of Jason. I wouldn't say he's the same, because I feel like Jason is way more like, how do I put it? Just naturally, like, what's the word? Good-hearted? That's not the word. No, yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
He's naturally more good, to put it simply.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
Like the way I would describe Jason is like he's chaotic good, right? Whereas I would describe Adam is like lawful no, not even lawful. Like,
I don't think he's even lawful.
Like neutral evil, maybe. I wouldn't. Well, not evil, but he's like neutral. Actually, no, neutral evil probably best way to describe him, because he's. I mean, he cares about authority, but not outside of a certain context. Like outside of his house, he doesn't care about authority. But he also doesn't really care about like decisions and
consequences. You mean?
But decisions like character defining, like individuality kind of stuff, right? Where this is why I hate alignment, guys. Fucking, it's a redundant mechanic. No, but yeah, no, I'd see Jason more as like this, like a good guy, but he just has bad ways of doing
shitty circumstances.
and he just does everything the wrong way because he's unfortunately not that
because that's all he knows.
He's not that bright either. Like, in all honesty,
I mean, they're both.
He's
right.
Yeah, but Adam, on the other hand, I see at least at the start of the series, he's more what's the word? Aggressive and more like he's painted in this light of he's not that great. Like, he's not. What's the word? He's not there to make friends, kind of thing. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
we should probably.
Is this the same episode as the? Hold on, I'm trying to find out.
As which one?
I'm trying to remember which episode is the one where the video of his mom gets shown.
I think it's this one.
Is it this one?
Oh no! It's episode 1.
It is episode 1, isn't it? Because it's after he comes to her house, to his house.
Adam, where Adam goes to the place, Oh boy! And apparently there is Netflix released the full-length version of that video that Gillian Anderson shot.
Oh my god!
I haven't watched it yet.
I'm not going to. I don't want my like day ruined. Thanks. Like, I understand.
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Fuck, man.
We're gonna blast through these 2 episodes before the other 2 episodes, but the main story or the main lesson, I guess, from this episode is listening in communication. Like, particularly with the two people from the cold open.
Yeah, that was actually kind of a touching moment.
It is,
where they're like,
because they both and
they're like
they both realize they actually do like each other. It's just they didn't stop and listen.
Guys, what do I always say? What do I always say? It always comes down to communication. And it's like the biggest thing. They weren't communicating properly, because communication also includes feedback, and it also, like, which means listening to the other person.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Ah, dear. Anyway, we should probably move along to episode 3, which is the wet dream and abortion episode.
God, yeah. So up until this point, I think, I just realized that the attraction to Maeve is set up really early on. But then again, each episode is an hour long, so I can't, like, a lot happens in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, I guess. Okay, so, God. Yeah, this is a weird episode. Oh! What? This is the same episode as the abortion one?
Yeah, this is the abortion episode.
I thought that was later. Oh my god, it was like the 3rd episode. Jesus Christ.
Because she fell pregnant with Jackson's baby.
Yeah, that's a buddy.
That's a thing.
God, that was
again, you gotta be in it to win it. And Jackson won it.
Guys, practice safe sex. Be sure to wear a condom. Lube properly.
You're turning into Gene real fast.
If the lady wants to, she can take a pill. Men, I don't know if we have any contraceptive stuff yet, but it's coming. Not available. It's in trial, right?
Yes.
Well, yeah, soon, guys, soon. No, but on a serious note, like, I think this episode actually. Oh no, this is one of the episodes that made me cry. Because of the lady. What's her name?
The one that's been there plenty of times.
Yeah, with the dark hair. Like, fuck, man, that fucked me up, man. Jesus Christ. And, like, oh man, God. Like, she says, like, I mean, when she says, like, I'd rather them. What was it? I'd rather them. 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 I'd rat So she's something. It's something along the lines of like she'd rather them not be there than have to live a bad life because she couldn't provide for them. It's something like that.
Yeah. So she would rather not have children, rather than be a poor mother to children herself.
Which is like, and I get that, man. That's like, that's like intense. Like I wouldn't, as a man, very important opinion. Sorry. No, as a person, as a human being, like I wouldn't want to bring another person into this world if I couldn't provide. You know, if I couldn't be there for them, kind of stuff. So I like it. Oh man, that stuff makes like it just hit me. I was like, oh, gut punch, and I cried. No, I didn't cry then. I think I cried when Maeve says
after.
Maeve says something about because she already has kids as well, right? That lady.
Yeah.
And like, oh man, and like she says something about like, I bet your kids do want you here. So I can't remember the exact line because I haven't watched it in a month, guys. But she says something about like the kids that she does have, they probably are glad that she's still here with them, and like I was like, oh, and then you see like the end of the episode, and I'm going to assume because I don't think they make it clear, but I'm going to assume that the girl that comes to pick the lady up is her daughter. And I was like, and they hug, and I was like, oh, and I was like, oh, and then I cried. That's when I cried.
I see.
Yeah. Oh, and also, okay, switching gears. Otis thinking it was a date, and he gets
okay, this is the thing, right? I think the whole setup for Otis and Maeve is that because Otis has never felt this attraction before, he just goes into hyperdrive.
Yeah, he's very
and just assumes. There's a lot of naivety with him.
Yeah.
Especially in the first few things, and the fact that he has a wet dream about Maeve is just
I mean, that's just sad, man. That's just sad. Like,
oh dear.
I don't.
Oh, but also,
hold on, okay.
There's another component to this episode is Lily.
Oh my god, yes.
How could we forget a very important character in this series?
when Eric turns around and she's just got a top off.
Not just that, but also she's
very sexual. Like it's like I don't think
weeb central.
I have never met. Actually, no. You know what? No, I take that back. I was about to say I've never met a weeb that horny, but no, I take that back 1,000, like 10-fold. I know some weebs, man, and they're intense. No,
but do they write their own comics about being penetrated?
I don't know, probably. Man, I met some weird people on DeviantArt, guys. Come on. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Remember that part of my life? Oh, fun times. No, just I love how Lily like completely like she's so like insistent on having sex that she just kind of overlooks all of the like
the very obvious signs that Eric is not into it
at all. Like he doesn't like he doesn't have like any kind of inflection in his voice that would kind of like imply that he's interested at all. Like he's just kind of like oh that's sweet, like she's actually gonna help me out with with bed.
Oh my god.
But hey, they end up doing drag and stuff, so that's cool.
Yeah,
and they end up watching gay porn.
Really cool. Oh my god.
And then the dad walks in. Oh, that was great.
Oh dear. We'll get to Eric and his relationship with his dad soon.
So dead. I was like,
oh my god.
Whew, that was really fucking funny. God.
Oh my dear.
That's like one of the most embarrassing things to ever happen to anybody. If you're like, even if you're just like, I don't know, it's like on like it's like a scene in a movie that's playing on a TV in the movie, and it's like, you know what I mean? And then your parents walk in and like, oh, what are you doing? You're like, no, I swear to God, like, shit, son. It's weird.
It's very awkward.
Anyway, it's a great scene.
Oh dear.
Oh man, fuck, dude.
God.
Eric's dad though is like, I actually got when I first the first half of the like season. I thought Eric's dad was a dick, and I thought his dad was low key a homophobe. But that perception.
I mean, it does.
That perception flips for me.
It does portray it like that.
It's portrayed that way. But I think, oh man, the fucking prom. It was episode 7 when I was like, oh, everything makes sense now. Like his whole monologue about the. Anyway, we'll get to that. No, but yeah, it kind of flipped for me. I was like, oh, okay, that makes like I understand all of his actions up until now. I get it. He's not a dick.
Yeah.
I mean,
the intention is placed somewhere else.
And it's
yeah.
It's heartwarming, kind of.
It is. But anyway, the whole thing with episode 3, if I recall, is the two pro-life people.
Yeah, that's them. Yeah.
And the fact that the girl can't see past the guy's past.
Yeah, because he's had multiple partners before.
Yeah, before he was born again into her branch of the branch of her religion, and
man, the scene when they're in the store and. He's like, well, okay, maybe you feel like you're intimidated because you don't have much experience. And she's like, what are you talking about? I have experience. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, there's like a list.
There's like a list.
Her standards are for her partner are different to her own about herself.
They're very different. Very different.
They are.
I was like, oh, you're just like, a hypocrite. That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh dear.
This makes sense why you're pro-life.
Yeah.
What should I say? No, I don't know what else to call them.
Gosh.
They're not really pro-life though. They're just pro-birth. That's where I saw it. I saw it on Facebook. They shouldn't really be called pro-life. They should be called pro-birth. Anyway, that's a different story. I don't want to get into that. No, but actually, it was kind of I didn't like how I felt sympathetic for them, but at the same time, I was like, fuck, they're human beings.
Fair enough.
Why can't they just be faceless monsters? Anyway.
I think, is there anything else that stands out from episode 3?
Not really, no. I think the funniest thing is the for me, it's the
sex scene?
No, it's
the attempted sex scene.
I'm trying to. Oh, no.
Eric and Lily.
The funniest thing for me was Otis showing up in a fucking suit.
Oh my god!
Like, he didn't even know it was a fucking abortion clinic. Oh, that was great. Like, it's like the most ironic. Like, I'm sorry. Anyway, anyway,
Otis and his naivety is
fucking
something.
amazing. This is why I relate to him so hard though, because like
I see, yeah.
Cause I mean, I probably would have been the same way had I not known. Anyway,
moving on.
Episode
4.
Episode 4. Let's go.
Yeah. So obviously, some time has passed between what happened in the last episode to episode 4 because they've obviously Maeve and Otis have been texting a lot, which means
they're friends.
Eric gets jealous.
Sidelined, man. That's insane.
he's lost his bestie to the girl, and conflict will arise very soon.
Oh man, yo, Eric and Otis, man, ugh, like their whole relationship. I was like, I'm down for this. I love their relationship. Like it is so wholesome, so wholesome. I mean, there is like a little bit of a shitty part, but for the most part, it's wholesome as fuck, man. It's so great.
Oh yeah,
it is like that's what best friends should really be. Like, in all honesty, like anyway, but yeah, no, we're getting up to the conflict in their relationship, like the major conflict.
Yeah. But yeah, this episode is the
oh my god, this is the grand gestures one, isn't it? Holy shit.
No, this isn't grand gestures. This is handyman. This is also
oh my god, it is
the lesbian relationship.
No, it is the grand gesture. It ends with the grand gesture.
Oh, okay, Jackson's grand gesture. Yeah. The successful grand gesture. There's another grand gesture
that's
that
like ages later, man.
Oh,
no, this one is fucking Jackson. Oh my god, man.
Oh,
I was so confused by. Alright, here's the thing. Here's the one thing I was really confused by. Like, I understand up until this point there was a bit of flirt and skirt with Jackson. Like Maeve and Jackson, like Maeve, MJ.
They were friends with benefits.
Yeah, they were FWBs. But like, I don't know, for some reason, like I could tell Maeve had feelings for Jackson. Like, it's especially weirdly after the abortion episode. Like, but how do I put it? I didn't. I didn't know if. I didn't feel like there was enough on-screen, just conversation between the two, because most of it is literally just them having sex and then Maeve being like, I'll see you later. And then Jackson being like, yo, let's go on a date. And she's like, maybe later, boy. Peace. And she walks away. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't feel. I mean, at the start, I didn't feel it, but then when they get together, I was like, oh, okay, there's chemistry now. What?
Yeah,
that's one.
Yeah, they've progressed.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, this whole episode makes me feel really greasy. Like,
why is that?
Otis unwilling, what's the word? He kind of gives away everything about like information about his best friend to a guy. Like, obviously he doesn't do it like on purpose. He didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
because he also is in love with Maeve. And then, but he gives it to Jackson, and I'm like, that makes me feel greasy. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't do that myself. Even I guess I get. It's not really Otis's fault because he didn't do it on purpose, right? It wasn't. Yeah. Like, there was no.
He wasn't thinking properly.
Yeah. Anyway, but.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just makes me feel weird because I wouldn't do that to my mates, even if if it was by
fair
accident.
enough. Yeah. That's true.
Fuck, man. And oh my god, okay, this episode is a great Chekhov's gun as well, because it comes back to bite him in the fucking ass in episode 7.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Fuck. Episode 7 is like Otis's. Hold on. Episode 7 for Otis is like episode 8 for Maeve, because everything goes to shit for him in that episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Similarly. Is it this episode or the next episode?
About?
Yeah, it is the next episode. No.
Okay.
Similarly, episode 5 is Eric's episode. Episode 5 for Eric is the shithole. Is his shit.
Is his?
I mean, to be fair, his kind of one goes until like it goes for 2 episodes. No, 2 and a bit, I would say.
More
I mean, no, actually, no, 3. I would say 3 because.
Would you say 3?
Because episode. Okay, we'll get to. I'll explain when we get to episode 5. But anyway,
yeah.
Oh, this is the lesbian ones too.
Yep, I told you this is the. This is the first same-sex relationship episode that he has to give advice to.
Man, that's gotta be.
And what does he do but go watch porn?
Lesbian porn. Oh, and this is when Ola works it on him as well, yeah? Oh my god, it's so great. I love that. I love that. The what's the word? Recall of that joke, because I know that joke. I remember that joke was in episode 1 as well, where the guys would come into Otis's room instead of the toilet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the bathroom.
I was like, this is a funny callback.
It's a recurring joke.
Callback. There we go. Yeah.
Callback.
Yeah, it was great. It was funny. God. Anyway, no, Ola.
Can we also talk about the fact that Gene mistook Jakob for a client?
Yeah, that was weird too. He's like, ugh.
And he just went along with it.
Well, I mean, he was trying to get out of it, and then he was just kind of like, I give up. I'll just wait until she finishes.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my god.
Man, Jakob is a I just realized something is really fucked up.
What?
I'll explain later.
We'll get to it. Yep. Okay. Fair enough.
But no, Ola's great, man. Holy shit. She's got this like energy. I love it. I love it. I feed off that shit, man. It's so great. But yeah.
I guess the lesson in this episode is what is the lesson in this episode?
It was don't force a relationship.
Oh yeah, going to the relationship for the right reason.
Going to a relationship for the right reason.
And not because of convenience.
Yeah, because I mean, okay, hold on. I said this before. I don't know if I recorded it or not, but I said this before. I honestly don't know if scissoring is an actual lesbian sex thing, because I've been told it's not, like, by many a person. So, and I'm pretty sure like it's only in lesbian porn that scissoring is a thing, right? So, I don't know. Like, it just seemed really weird for me. Like, when I was watching that, I was like, but that's not an actual thing, is it? Anyway, sorry. I just had to say that because, like, it was a weird disconnect. I was like, I feel like like this is not real.
But I think what was happening in that cold open, right, is that I cannot remember the name of both of them. Basically, the one who is trying is doing it because she's just copying what she's seeing on the porn video, and I think that's, and it's there's some sort of thing. It's like the expectations from porn that leach into the real world and what's supposed to happen.
Ruthie and Tanya. I think that's their names.
Not Tanya. Oh, you mean Tanya as the character? Yes.
Yeah, because it says here, Ruthie, a lesbian who's having relationship problems, and Tanya, Ruthie's overbearing girlfriend. So I'm assuming that's their names. Anyway, man.
But yeah.
Also, I feel bad for Otis in this episode because he's like, I mean, to be fair, if you are gonna be a sex therapist, like, you're gonna have to go out of your comfort zone,
of course,
and, like, obviously help people who aren't in the same kind of sexual.
I think that just extends to just therapists in
general.
True.
Yeah,
you're gonna find people that don't gel with you normally, and you just, if you can overcome it, you just gotta work with them. And I think that the thing,
that's one thing I noticed about this series, that you never really see Otis find a client
comfortable.
No. You never find he never really finds a client that he doesn't end up helping. You know what I mean? Because not that I've had this experience with my therapist, because I've only been to him like twice. But I know that a lot of people tend to go through one or two therapists before they find one that they really, you know, mesh with. And so, like, that's something we should see in season 2, where he's just unable to help them because his method just doesn't, you know, gel with the client. I feel like that would be interesting to see. That would be a good story to tell.
I think we saw a little bit of that because
we saw that with Olivia in episode 2, but that's only because it was like for him it was like a weird indifferent thing where he couldn't see the person, but then obviously at the end of the episode he ends up helping her because, you know, she comes to him after, I think, at the pool. There's like a race on or some shit.
Oh, yep.
But yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like it'd be an interesting story for him to be like, "Oh, I just can't help you." Like, that's just it's out of my you're out of my depth kind of thing.
Yeah,
because he is still like, what, he's 16 in the show. Like, he's still like young as fuck. So
very young.
Not everything he says is gonna be.
It's gonna work.
Yeah, exactly.
For starters,
like he may be like, no matter how well researched you are, just sometimes you're just not gonna work.
Yeah, and it's not your process.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. Is there anything else before we wrap up on part 1?
Do you want to do like a little overview of the first half of the season? So I think, actually, I love all the little Chekhov guns. I fucking love that. I love that term. But I love all the things that they set up that pays off, especially in the last two episodes. Mainly episode 4 and episode 2? Question mark? No. Episode 3. Episode 2, 3 and 4 has like a lot of setup for the last 2 episodes. Especially with Ola and Otis, yeah. And a lot of stuff that's great. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh wait, holy shit. Hold on. I completely forgot. Episode 4 is the episode where Lily asks Otis if he wants to have sex, which is another thing that gets a payoff, which is fucking great.
Oh my god. And he rejects her in the first instance.
And he gets an erection when he's play fighting with Maeve.
In the pool.
There's so much there's a weird amount of chemistry between them two. But I didn't see it when there was between. Anyway, sorry. Maybe it's just because we just like the only times we saw Jackson and Maeve like honestly together, like in a proper scene by themselves is when they're having sex. That's literally the only times at that point. And I'm like, like sex is sure, like I guess making love, quote unquote, but like we live in a day and age where for the most part sex is cheap. Like it doesn't really mean much. Like I want to see dialogue to show chemistry. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah.
Anyway, I think that is a pretty good summary for the first half of Sex Education. So what we're going to do now is we're going to basically do a quick goodbye. We'll see you in part 2 of our Sex Education spoilercast. I've been Josh, and Ben has been the trash can himself. Go and find us on Instagram and Twitter as Great Mates Podcast. Go listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform. Go leave us a review on iTunes, leave us 5 stars, and we'll see you guys on the next part of this podcast. See ya.